Peace, Snow family. Happy Moon Day. What's the date today? First, second, third. June 4th. June 4th here. I'm on my ritual morning walk down to the south. And so today, I'll be taking a trip over to the Social Security Administration. I got all my ducks in a row, so I'm about to go down there and holler at them. I'm about to make that update. Now it's crazy because I done been there throughout the years. I done been there about 4 times, 3 or 4 times. Different reasonings to do certain things, make certain changes. Like the first time, I changed my title, mailing location and all that. Citizenship was still U.S., but ethnicity was American Indian, white, first time. Second time I came back, added more boxes to the race and ethnicity. I added a box for more, Asiatic and Moroccan. So now this time around, now that I understand where I truly stand, both legally and lawfully as far as jurisdiction goes, then it is only fitting that, you know what I'm saying, we here. We back as ourselves. We're back as ourselves. We're live, we're in full effect. So I'm just going through these, particular video status update to let people know how my journey was. And I've done it already, but now that I got things a little bit more perfected, I'm able to go over it again and things look a little bit more smooth. Wow, I just ran the stop sign. This is why sometimes I don't need to travel all the time, you know what I mean? Because I tell you, it is risky when vessels meet at sea. It can be very risky when vessels meet at sea. So sometimes it's good to just take the good old Q11s. I like to call the Q11s my legs. Sometimes it's good to take the good old 11s, all right, to get to where you need to get to. Gas go long in this one. Gas go very long in this one. But yeah, for the sake of progress, right? So now I went back there, updated all that stuff, Asiatic, Moroccan, more. So now that I know what I know, I'm going back there and I'm going to finish the job. I'm going to give it the damn coup. All right? Because I'm coming in to take the head off that motherfucker. I want to remove that motherfucker from U.S. citizenship status. So that's what I'm going to do. I got my national ID. Got the public trust card from the state that's connected to my case number. I got mailing location. I got the social security card. I got my SS5 form. And the box that I'm going to select, y'all, is other. Okay? So once I hit other, as far as citizenship goes, then I'm going to break out all my documentation, which substantiates the fact that I am not a U.S. citizen, nor I can't be a U.S. citizen, because real rap, I've been impersonating one. Well, not me, but the straw is impersonating one. Because according to Section 12 of Amendment 13, Section 12. Pardon me, that was a good one. But Section 12 of Amendment 13 states that the descendants of Africans cannot be citizens. Also, too, it states in USCIS, right, dealing with immigration and citizenship, that you're not a true U.S. citizen unless you've gone through the naturalization process completely, meaning you've taken the oath of amnesty before the designated officers of the state, you know what I'm saying, as witness, in which you've publicly and affirmly denounce any foreign allegiance to any foreign nationality, potentate, sovereign, monarchy. So it is at that point when you truly relinquish your mother nationality. Other than that, if you haven't done that, but you still checking U.S. citizen, you're impersonating a U.S. citizen. Because if you haven't gone through the naturalization process, then you are not a U.S. citizen, even though it says that on paper. Even though you have documentation that may subscribe to you being a resident of any one of these particular states or state ofs. But that doesn't mean nothing, because I'm holding something under a similar sign and signal, and I'm not held to those same standards or held under that same jurisdiction. I'm just here to abide by the laws thereby, right? As long as they're not in conflict with my own customary laws. So that's it, really. You know what I mean? But I comprehend that now. See, I haven't gone through the naturalization process. I was born here, so I have just solely rights, but my bloodline was here way before 1871, way before 1492. As far back as I can trace today, my bloodline, the oldest civilization of my bloodline is the Chico Notre people in Corral Supe. All right, the oldest civilization in America, 2600 BCE. Okay, so that's as far back as a history that I know of as far as my heritage goes on my land, the Americas. All right, so I've gone back as far as 2600 BCE. So that's about the range that I'm at, 2600 BCE to so-called 2018. That's where that's where I live. All right, because that's the proper reality. But we got to do this, yo. So like I said, I'm not going to keep impersonating a U.S. citizen or anything that can trace back to me impersonating a U.S. citizen, because I am not that. And you have to know that shit, though. See, you can't just be like, well, I'm not a U.S. citizen. Well, why aren't you a U.S. citizen? You're not a U.S. citizen because you weren't legally nor lawfully appointed into office. Minors can't make contracts. So I do want you to know that when that corporation soul was created, which is what all our straw entities are, they're corporation souls, meaning there's one soul who's in charge of this particular entity. So once the corporation souls got created and we came into this world as incompetent due to the fact we're minors can't contract, and our mothers, who were not mothers at that moment but were acting as informants, you know what I'm saying, gave us over to the state. They didn't know any better. I'm pretty sure if they knew the true readings of that contract, they would have said fuck no and have a nice day. All right. So our mamas love us, man. So let's not be mad about that. Let me let this pass. Oh no, I'm good. They're so nice. I swear, it be feeling like sometimes people want to be extra nice to me. I should say extra kind, you know? I'm just standing here, oh, you want to pass? I'll give you right away. But yeah, if you haven't gone through the naturalization process, you are not a U.S. citizen. So this is very, very, how you doing, bro? A very, very important shit to know. Like, so that means if you never gave up your mother citizenship, that means you should hold on to that because you're a Moor. And if you haven't naturalized, right? This is why the prophet said, just because you're born here don't make you a citizen. But he wasn't talking about being a citizen of the so-called corporate, de facto, bankrupt and insolvent United States. Why would the prophet lead you to a journey like that and call that one uncertain, call that one, it is not unknown nor uncertain? Well, I'll tell you what, I definitely know the trajectory of where the United States is going. And I tell you, they're damn near there already. So I have no interest in being human capital or human resource for international bankers who are utilizing my estate to transfer and make income, trading on Wall Street or on the stock market, right, via the NASDAQ. I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in being someone else's battery. I'm not interested in that. So I'm sorry. Well, actually, no, I'm not sorry. But if that's the interpretation that we as Moors believe, that's where the prophet's leading us to be U.S. citizens, then we got another thing coming. What I do comprehend the prophet had us wanted us to establish is to go back to the ancient ways of our mothers and fathers, to go back to being in our proper person, and then also contracting with the state territories. Because even he contracted with the Secretary of State of Illinois. So what's the problem? He set up government through the Secretary of State of Illinois. So what's the problem? It's a problem because I'm doing what the prophet did. Although it shouldn't be. Should be, oh damn, step and repeat, step and repeat. This is how it's done. This is how it's done. You know what I'm saying? But people not worried about that. So like I said, man, I'm not following something to where I'm going to be human resource for a company. All right? I'm not doing that. I couldn't do that to myself, my loved ones, or my children. So understanding who I am as a non-resident alien, non-immigrant, having a nationality. The box on the SS5 form I'm going to hit is other. And then I'm going to stand on who I am. And we're going to take it from there. You know what I'm saying? Everything is a journey. No one knows. Like my man Forrest Gump said, life is like a box of chocolates, right? You never know what you're going to get. But you got to go. You got to open the box, though. You can't be sitting there not wanting to open the box. So let me pause right here real quick. I'm going to head in and then we're going to be on our way back. Back to our regularly scheduled programming. But yeah, man. So I really find it hard to see how it helps us, or how it's progressive for us as the indigenous peoples here to classify as U.S. citizens. Don't make much sense to me, especially when we have, right? Not when we had, because we still have a government here that was here before the creation of the United States of America. That was here before the creation of the so-called states. Our government was here, is, and is still here. And we are the remnants, right? We are the ascendants. We are the ascendants, not descendants. Thank you very much, Asir. Appreciate that correction. I had to look that word up. I'm like, damn. We not no descendants, we ascendants. Or our ancestry is that of more. We have Moorish ancestry. You gotta understand, man. Understand, understand. But it's definitely the day and age to be yourself, because we are who our forefathers are, without doubt or contradiction. And I say this all day, every day. There is no one on this planet who can make a claim that I am not who I say I am, unless they're prepared for a big ass lawsuit. Because remember, common sense, right? We dealing with common sense. Common law deals with common sense. All right, so my common law, or my customary law, is tied in with the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. Going further back, the laws of Hammurabi. You understand what I'm saying? 42 negative confessions. All those are our laws. The 10 Commandments. All those are our laws. Those are our laws, right? So, upon establishing your own jural society, right, going back to those ancient laws that only you have a right to go back to. You know why? Because you are the indigenous being of the Americas. But you gotta confess that out your own mouth. You gotta confess that with your own tongue. You gotta proclaim it. Resident? Nope, I'm a non-resident. Citizen? Nope, alien. National? Yes, but not U.S. Our government is still here, y'all. It ain't going nowhere. Yeah, we're in the occupation. They tried to how do you say, sleep us out, by keeping us sedated and dumbed down for so long. The plan was to pretty much wipe the genetic memory of who we are from ourselves. But as y'all can see, it's very hard to do. It's a lot harder to do on others than most. But for the most part, when you wake up, the game is over. So at that point, there's nothing anyone can tell me about being from Africa, me being African. Sure, I'm of African descent, but I wasn't born in Africa. I was born in North America. You feel me? Almanicanos. Don't mean I don't know who my cousins are, but I know who I am. All right? So, being born in the Estados Almanicanos, the American states, or in Moorish dominions, you got to know what your rights are to protect them, and then you got to be competent to know how to protect them, because you got to set yourself up in a way to where they can be protected seamlessly, but you got to set that up. That's why I said everybody got to build their Legos. It's about building Legos. It's not really about just having paperwork on the record and boom, that's it, you good. Like, no, you got to set yourself up. You got to have a plan. What's your strategy? What's going to be your function of what's going to be your mode of operation? How you going to function? How you going to sustain yourself? You know what I'm saying? How you going to fund your missionary work as a collective? Individuals too, as a collective as well. So it's not too hard to decipher at this point that U.S. citizenship ain't something you want to do, because I don't really comprehend how natural breathing beings would prefer a corporate nationality, an artificial nationality, rather than their organic nationality that they were born with, that they never relinquished of their own free will, never completed the naturalization process. But hey, see, people don't know that, so people just walk around saying, oh, well, I'm a U.S. citizen this and I'm a U.S. citizen that, and it's like, are you really? You really sure? Are you really sure? Because there's a lot of weight to what you're confessing right now by claiming you're a U.S. citizen. You're claiming to be someone else's property. You're claiming to be human resource or human capital on the NASDAQ. That's what you're claiming to be. You're not claiming to be of the Sun people. You're not claiming to be of the ancient ones who were here. You're claiming to be Negro, black, and colored, some artificial piece of shit that was written down on paper, created in the 1700s, that don't got nothing to do with organic people, nor law, nor tradition, nor culture. It's very finite. Nationality is infinite. All right, but United States nationality, that's very finite. That's corporate. That's like saying, what's your nationality? My nationality is McDonald's. So when you say my nationality is United States of America, just know you ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying nothing about nothing. Okay? No one's nationality could be United States of America, because United States of America was not here when human life began. And when did human life begin? No one knows, because there's no birth date. We can't go that far back as of yet. So what are we saying? I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm finite. I'm not immemorial. I'm not ancient. I'm modern. You see me? I'm modern. I'm modern. Prophet said go back to the ancient ways of your ancestors, because we are them without doubt or contradiction. So me understanding that I am my ancestor without no doubt or contradiction, I am a Moor because my ancestors were Moors. Point blank and period. I abide by Islam because my ancestors abided by Islam. I know that I can stand tall as myself and not fear or worry about anyone trying to arbitrarily deprive me of my nationality, because it can't be done. Even if you read the Declaration of Indigenous peoples, we can't be arbitrarily deprived of our nationality. Meaning someone can't just say, oh no, you're not Moor, you're black because you look like that. They can't do that shit. That's one, discrimination, defamation of character, and those are all federal offenses. All right, big time lawsuits. Civil. Those are all civil offenses. All right, big time lawsuits, and they can actually be even criminal because attempting to cheat my estate is a criminal offense. Because now you're trying to trespass on my trust. So yes, it can be criminal and civil. Just because they're not putting hands on you, don't mean it's not criminal. They're racketeering, they're extorting, they're committing fraud. Okay, they're money laundering. They're impersonating U.S. citizens. They're impersonating government officials. So you got to know all these things, yo. But if you don't, then it's regular business as usual. Another day, another dollar, according to them. So this is what we got to be mindful of. That there ain't nothing good about the U.S. I mean, yeah, they're operating on our land, so we're under occupation. So we're going to function to the best of our abilities as navigators. We're going to navigate this shit. But like the good book says, be in it, not because you have a choice, because we're building our heaven right now. But be in it, but be not of it. Right? Because we didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. And if y'all understand the terminology, Plymouth Rock would be the United States of America, or the United States Corporation Company. That is the Plymouth Rock that landed on us. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock, y'all. Plymouth Rock landed on us. The United States came onto our lands to do business and commerce, not the other way around. We didn't need help. We didn't need help in that department, y'all. All right, so that was the United States' job to do that. Okay, in terms of commerce. So they're doing business on our land. They're coming to us. We're not going to them. All right, so we can't help but be on our land because this is where I'm going to be, because this is where I've always been. All right, so extraterritoriality. This is where that comes into play, and it's a jurisdiction thing all day, y'all. Like under whose dominions are you a subject of? Are you a subject of Moorish dominions, or are you a subject of Christian dominions? Because those two laws, they differ very, very much. They're not for the same people. Because, according to the papal bulls and the doctrine of discovery, we're considered the Saracens, heathens, infidels, pagans. They got all different type of names for us, except for the one that we gave ourselves. Right? They'll call us every name except for the one that we know ourselves as. So don't take the shit personal, but we do got to get smart. All right? And understanding that we're not U.S. citizens, we're not black. Don't get caught up in them little questions. Where were you born? I was born in North America. Okay? Where are you from? I'm from North America. Who are you? I'm a Moor. Are you an American citizen? Yes. Am I a citizen of so-called United States? No. I'm the people. I'm the heir of the people who created the United States. Because the people who created it can't be the citizens of it because they created it. So they would be the gods of that. So I am the heir of the gods of what you call the United States of America in General Congress Assemble. In its organic sense. Not what they got, not this fuck shit they got going on today. But like I said, we could do this dance all day long. But at the end of the day, as much as we talk about politics and civics and standing in law, if you don't do anything else, declare your nationality. Like the prophet said, declare it and proclaim it and publish it. Have your counter deed up. Set yourself up. Alright? Because I tell you right now, when shit go down, no one's looking for people like me who are in our natural headdress and our natural habit, because our mindsets is different. Our whole auric field is different. But people gotta understand that nationality is a spiritual thing as well as a physical thing. There's a lot of spiritual energy and power in this knowledge. Because if it wasn't the case, everyone would have it. People are flourishing based off this knowledge and the fact that majority of us don't have it. So this is where you gotta take that into consideration and be like, yo, like it looks like it's simple because it clicks for you, but it doesn't click like that for everyone. So don't take the fact that you are conscious and you're awake and you're aware for granted, because not everyone has that ability to tap in. All right? So, or I should say, not everyone has the willpower to tap into their ability, because everyone has an ability. But if you're not willing to tap in, then there ain't nothing that can be done with you. Like, I'm not gonna save you. I'm my own high priest. You gotta save yourself. You gotta save yourself. And man, I look so good today. You gotta save yourself, G. All right, so that's pretty much all I want to lay out today. Just understanding the fact that what it means to be a U.S. citizen, and if you haven't gone through the naturalization process, then you faking it. All right. So why are you trying to fake something that you never were? You never were a U.S. citizen. So stop trying so hard to be that now. Stop trying so hard to be somebody's slave, rather than be your own man with national principles and standards to raise your family on, so they can have their wealth and their assets and everything that they put their energy into protected, right? Economically, socially, because we are on our land. But we still have a right to not have foreigners interfere with our private affairs. But you got to know who you are to even recognize the fact that you got private affairs that should be protected, that don't need to be exposed out to the public. But you got to know that. You got to know you ain't come here off no slave ship from Africa. You got to know that your ancestors come from here. You got to know that. I know that. So nobody need to tell me that. If I say I'm a Moor, and someone says, no, you're not, I'm just chilling like, oh, word? All right. Prove that in a court of law. Give me the place and the time. I'll be there. Bring all your facts to prove that I am not a Moor. Prove that I am not Hu'un Ani Al Amare Su'el. Prove it. It's on you. See, the ball's in their court. And then once they fail that test, right, then it's open season on their ass for discrimination. Not only against my character, but against my religion. You see how deep this game go, yo? So religion is a very powerful thing. But once again, people need to comprehend the fact that religion is based on a deed of trust. So I'm talking about religion. I'm talking about trust. I don't know if y'all recognize it, but I talk about nationality and trust all day. You know why? Because those are the two things that we're missing as far as the 3/5 goes. The 3/5 is missing a nationality and their religion. Their nationality and their religion. Their legal standing in law, their way of life. Legal standing in law, way of life. Nationality, religion. That's how that go. But if you're going to be stuck in the sauce and keep following behind European gods, then you still got a lot more suffering to do. I suffered enough to where I was like, yeah, I know where this is going to end up. So let me get functioning now. That way, when the shit hit the fan, I won't be in now I'm trying to do shit. Like, shit's already done already. So I just got to, like, sit back and enjoy it. All right? But I'm just sharing what I know with y'all, fam. So, peace, Islam. Send me good vibes and energy on this journey I'm about to uptake today. All right? Love and light.